Hello, welcome to your first alert weather forecast. My name is Julie Godot, and today we are going to talk about the next 7 days coming up, the next 7 to 14 days, that is, and we're going to look at some of our forecast models. So let's jump into our first map, and we're going to be talking about what we're going to be seeing out there for your Wednesday. We'll see dry conditions pretty much across the entire southeast here into Florida, maybe a few showers and thunderstorms down along here through the state of Florida, from Orlando down to Miami. You can see those showers and some thunderstorms, but it's not going to be widespread. There's some scattered showers and storms along as well. Maybe even up here too into the northeast, we're going to see a few snow showers along the northeast there, as we're going to have a little bit of a cold front here that's going to spread a few showers in that region. And then we have this cold front that's going to extend into the plains from the mid-Atlantic states, and it's going to spread some thunderstorms as we have a low area of low pressure there across the high plains that's going to spread some scattered thunderstorms through Oklahoma, Kansas, into Nebraska there. Some of you folks in Iowa and Missouri can see some of those thunderstorms as well. Again, that's not going to be widespread by any stretch of the imagination, and none of this is expected to be too severe. We'll see some rain showers here over the front range of the Rockies, maybe some thunderstorms down here in the state of Wyoming, and we'll also see some snow showers here into parts of Idaho and Montana. Could see a few snow showers, but none of this precipitation is going to be too particularly heavy, and we have a few snow showers in the Cascades and some rain along the Pacific coast. Here we go. What we're going to see for your Thursday into Friday. So that wet weather is going to continue here across the Central Plains. We'll see those showers and thunderstorms, as well as going to extend all the way to Minnesota and Wisconsin. We're going to see some of those showers and thunderstorms. There might be a little mixed precipitation here in northern Wisconsin and northeastern Minnesota. Could pick up a few snowflakes with some of that rainfall, but none of this is going to be measurable. It's not going to be anything significant, just some cosmetic snowflakes mixed in with your rainfall. That's going to extend into the northern Rockies and the Pacific Northwest. We're going to see some rain showers here in the Seattle area down to Portland and to Bend, Oregon. Might see some of those rain showers there, and some snow and rain mix in the Cascades. The snow levels are going to be kind of high, about 8,000 feet. And that's where you'll see that mixed precipitation. Now down here to the south in Arizona and New Mexico, maybe a little part of Texas there. Here we got our fire weather, our critical fire area, our red flag warnings through here. Those dry conditions, along with gusty winds, can help spark some grass fires and forest fires down there. So that is a look at our forecast for the next 2 days. So now let's take a look at our severe weather. Time to talk about the dreaded S word. Yes, severe thunderstorms. Now, as we look at our surface analysis here, we have this frontal boundary that's extended into the northeast there. Now this guy here is going to be a catalyst to some severe weather coming into your Thursday and Friday. So we're going to see this guy move out into the plains, and some thunderstorms is going to kick off right about in here over the Central Plains states. We're going to see our severe weather threat come in for Wednesday and Thursday. So this is where we're going to be seeing that severe weather threat come in, and here is where we are going to be looking at for your categorical for our severe weather outlook. And here for the 26th, which is today, is what we're going to be seeing out there. So we're seeing this area here capable of producing some scattered thunderstorms. Our severe threat is going to be right here through the high plains of New Mexico. We got North Texas, the Oklahoma Panhandle, as well as southeastern Colorado and western Kansas. You guys can see that marginal threat for severe thunderstorms. The tornado threat is kind of low, as there's not a lot of shearing with this, but we will see some hail and damaging winds from some of these thunderstorms that form in this region. And here, the rest of this, we'll see just general thunderstorms, so non-severe storms is going to be expected from the rest of this activity. And we have a little bit more that we're going to see down here in Florida. Some non-severe thunderstorms, again, from central Florida. We're talking about Cape Canaveral down to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and over to Naples and Fort Myers. Might be able to see some of those showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon here, as well as you folks in Orlando is also under the gun for some of those showers and storms. But I don't expect any of this activity to be severe. So here's what we're going to see. Looking at for the 26th and 27th, here's our Cape. Now, our Cape is our convective available potential energy. So this is the amount of energy the atmosphere has to work with. And if you look at our scale, you look at the color and you match it with our scale, that's about 1,000 joules of Cape there. So we got 1,000 to 1,200 joules of Cape to work with. So there is plenty of Cape to build thunderstorms with, but our lacking thing is going to be a trigger. We're not having much of a trigger as we have some very weak areas of low pressure out here and a weak frontal boundary and a few, maybe some shortwave areas of energy that may be enough to kick off some non-severe thunderstorm, or at least that marginal risk for severe thunderstorms. So it's not going to be too bad out there. It's not going to be that impressive. The dynamics aren't that impressive, so I don't expect any tornado outbreaks or anything like that, but just maybe some stronger thunderstorm with some nickel and dime, or some maybe as much as quarter size hail. I think it will be the max that we'll see for hail from here. Now here's what we're going to be seeing here for your Thursday, for Wednesday and Thursday. All right, that frontal boundary sags a little bit to the south there across the southeast, but it extends into the central plains and the Midwest here. So we're going to see this area of low pressure start to lift out into the Ohio Valley. So that's going to move in that general direction. So we'll see those showers and thunderstorms right in through here. This area here, we'll see our marginal risk of storms right here over Missouri and over parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. There is where we'll see our marginal risk. That's isolated severe. I don't expect any widespread severe. Maybe a minor tornado or two. I don't expect any F3s or more. F1, F2, maybe F0 tornadoes possible. Short-lived, short duration tornadoes. Maybe a few more areas of precipitation out here to the Pacific Northwest. We could see some embedded thunderstorms in that activity as well, but I don't expect anything severe to come out of that stuff there. Now, as we get into our severe weather outlook, here's where our threat for our marginal risk of severe weather, and that's going to be right here. Remember, that threat is going to be the large hail, damaging winds, isolated tornado. Maybe there's less than a 2% chance of a tornado in this activity, so it's going to be very marginal at best. So just some minimal severe storms. We'll see general thunderstorms that extends into the front range of the Rockies, out into the high plains, the northern plains, and the Midwest. Here we'll see those showers and thunderstorms mix in with regular rainfall in that area, but it's not going to be anything severe. Just now there is that threat for dry lightning, especially here for the high plains and the front range areas. As areas, it's been very dry, and at the surface it's very dry. So any thunderstorms that fall, unless it rains hard enough and that rain can overpower that dryness of the lower levels of the atmosphere, you may see dry lightning, which could help spark some forest fires and grass fires out in those areas. Here we are looking at the Cape. Now we have a little bit better Cape that we're going to be dealing with on the 28th here. So on the 28th, we're going to have better Cape on Thursday. So that Thursday Cape, 1,500 joules, that Cape that we're going to deal with here through the central plains. We got Texas. Now here in Texas, we got a lot of Cape, even though we have that Cape. But for the Texas folks, we don't have a trigger. So we don't have anything to help fire those storms off. You may see a afternoon thunderstorm build up because of the heat and that you may get a pulse storm, but you're not going to see any organized thunderstorms down in Texas. But you will see a little bit more organized storms here through Oklahoma into Kansas, and Nebraska could see a little bit more organized thunderstorms there, as we will have a frontal boundary in the area to deal with a weak area of low pressure. It's going to be just enough to kick off some organized showers and thunderstorms. You have that isolated tornado. A little bit better chance of a tornado on Thursday than we do on Wednesday, as the dynamics are just slightly better. So we may see a thunderstorm that could produce a brief tornado. Remember, large hail and damaging winds are going to be the main threat from these storms on Thursday. So that was a look at the severe weather. So now it's time to look at the GFS and run through our surface analysis and take a look at some of the surface features that we're going to see for the next 14 days as far as rainfall and low pressure and high pressure centers. So as we jump into the GFS, this is where we currently are today on your Tuesday, and we're seeing a lot of dryness here across the center part of the nation, into the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, the Northern Plains, the Rockies, the Mississippi Valley, the Tennessee Valley, South Florida. We're seeing dry conditions. We're seeing dry weather through Texas, through the desert Southwest, the Rockies here. And the only places we're seeing any rainfall is here along the mid-Atlantic states. We're seeing that rain here in the mid-Atlantic. Maybe this frontal boundary here through the southeast, that's going to spread a few showers and thunderstorms there. South Texas, maybe in the Rio Grande Valley, we're going to see a few showers here through the Great Lakes and through Steel Country, through Pennsylvania and upstate New York. Going to have a few showers over there. We're going to get a few rain and snow showers here in the northern Rockies. We have Montana and Idaho. Washington and Oregon might see a few rain and snow showers for your area. But again, none of this precipitation is very heavy coming into your Tuesday. Now for tomorrow, what we're going to be seeing with the GFS is that frontal boundary is going to push further out to sea. So now we're going to lose that precipitation here along the southeastern seaboard and the east coast. We'll still see a few rain showers here in the northeast by Maine and just north of Massachusetts there. You might still see some rain showers, but nothing too much there. We will see dry conditions across the Great Lakes into the northern plains. The high plains of the Dakotas and Montana is going to be dry again through the central and southern plains down into Texas. The southwest is going to be dry and rain-free. Maybe those few little showers there in New Mexico and Colorado might pick up a stray thunderstorm or two. And mind you, if you're in the New Mexico area, you may be dealing with some dry lightning. So those fire problems could certainly kick off if you get some dry lightning. And then we'll see maybe a shower here in the Pacific Northwest and into southern British Columbia there, or Manitoba. You might see a few rain showers for you folks up there in the northern tier of the country. So here we are looking at the GFS now. We're going to move on ahead. Here we are looking at the 28th for your Thursday. Now we have this area here that's going to be firing off some of our showers and thunderstorms through Kansas. This is where we expect to see our chance for severe weather this week on Thursday here. We can see those showers and thunderstorms. And again, that is probably going to be large hail and damaging winds. That's the primary problems with this. Maybe an isolated tornado might be possible, but the dynamics, again, as I said earlier, aren't really favorable for tornadic activity. We'll see a few showers here across the northern Rockies into the Pacific Northwest there, and maybe a shower down here in Florida as we get a sea breeze and that stalled out cold front that's going to start to wash out down here as it gets pounded out by the Bermuda High down there over the Gulf Stream. So we'll see that frontal boundary wash out, and maybe a few snow showers and rain showers up there in Maine and New England there that might see that pulling on off to the east as we move into Friday, and we look for and here we are looking at the 28th for your Thursday. We're looking at the 28th Thursday on the GFS. Now we're going to see a little bit more shower activity here over the central plains, as we might see a severe thunderstorm or two here in Missouri and Iowa. Maybe southern Illinois might pick up a stray severe thunderstorm, but we'll see those showers extend into Minnesota as well. Maybe a few showers might start to fire off. The Pacific Northwest is going to pick up a few showers here over northern California and southern Oregon. Maybe you guys might see a few showers. And again, those showers going to extend down here in Florida. Once again, might see a stray shower or thunderstorm coming in off of the sea breeze. So overall, all in all, the weather pattern is not looking too bad across the country. Again, we're going to see, here we are for your Friday here. We're going to see a few more showers and thunderstorms here across the central plains. So we'll have some rain showers and thunderstorms in central. In the Midwest here, we'll see again some more of those showers down there in Florida. Some sea breeze showers. So what more can we say about that? And then some snow here in the Rockies, northern Rockies. And that'll spread some rain across Montana into Wyoming, and the Dakotas might pick up some rain. But what you're noticing on this map is not as much snow this time. We're starting to lose the snow there as we move further into spring. So now we're going to see a little bit less dynamics with some of these storm systems, because you don't have that cold air fetch like we were having with some of those previous storms, because there was so much cold air to work with, and it really fed into a lot into developing that severe weather. So we're going to see a little bit less severe weather because we don't have as much cold air wrapping into these storms with that warm moisture. So a little bit better conditions for not seeing severe weather. So here we are. We're going to move on into your Saturday now. Now we're looking at Saturday. It gets a little bit more interesting Friday into Saturday, because now we're going to see a little bit more rainfall here across the northern plains. Here we got the Dakotas here, and this storm system is going to spread some rainfall into Dakota and Minnesota and Iowa and Missouri, parts of Kansas and Nebraska. They're going to see some rain showers, some thunderstorms, maybe a couple of severe storms, but really the dynamics aren't there for a widespread severe weather outbreak. So I'm really just looking at a lot of rainfall with some scattered thunderstorms, maybe outside severe storm, or outside chance of severe storms. We'll see a few more showers down here in Florida, maybe a severe thunderstorm down there in Florida, but we know how Florida behaves. You know, it likes to go off and do its own thing down there. And maybe in the next storm, it's going to start to come on shore here at the Pacific Northwest, going to begin to spread some rainfall into Oregon and the state of Washington for those folks. But we'll see a bit dry conditions here in the Northeast. Still a little bit of snow trying to hang on there in Maine. But here we are as we move on to the next day. We're talking about the 30th here, the 30th of April. This is your Saturday. So on Saturday the 30th, we have this low pressure center there that's going to be centered over the northern plains. Once again, it's going to have a little bit of snow on the back end, but not as much snow as we've been seeing with some of these storms, as this storm is not as deep as the last storm. This storm is going to be about a 986 millibar, but it's going to start to wash out as it moves to the northeast. This storm will start the weekend as it moves to the east, and it's going to pull up some moisture here. We're going to see some showers and thunderstorms through Iowa, especially in southwestern Minnesota is where we could see our severe threat from this system. But again, that is going to be a marginal chance of severe weather for that area. And here is our Pacific Northwest storm starting to spread some rain and snow through the Cascades and the northern Rockies. We're going to start to see some wet weather coming to that region. So now as we look at your Sunday, here we are looking at Sunday. It is Sunday, April 1st. I need to be able to see my dates here. So it's Sunday, April 1st. We're going to be talking about this storm system still working its way through the northern plains. Like I said, it's going to start the weekend, but it is going to spread some rain showers. We're going to see showers and thunderstorms through the northern plains into the Great Lakes, and some more of our severe weather here across the southern. We got the Missouri Valley and the Mississippi Valley, Into Texas, going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms. Our severe weather is going to be right here through the Tennessee Valley and the Ozarks area is where our severe threat is going to be from this storm system. Here we're going to have an occluded frontal boundary here in the northern plains and the Great Lakes, so we're going to see a lot of rainfall through there and not really much in the way of severe weather, as that's going to be kind of cold, but not quite cold enough to snow, but we will see a cold rainfall from that activity. So now we are going to move on to the second of, now we're going to move into, hang on, let's go back one here. All right, so we're looking at the first here, and then we're still going to be on the first 21Z hour. So we're going to talk about that storm system washing out and starting to weaken as we move up to the northeast. And we have this here, this trough of low pressure that is going to start to spread some thunderstorms here across Arkansas and through the state of Oklahoma. This is where we could see some severe weather as we move in on the first here. So as we move in on Sunday, the 1st of May, we're going to be seeing that severe weather there for your Sunday. And and then again, a few snow showers here across the northern Rockies and that new storm system coming on shore in the Pacific Northwest. Actually, this storm is probably going to go into into British Columbia, as we are going to have a very large area of high pressure set up across the center part of the nation. So it's going to actually do a little bit of blocking for us, and it's going to deflect that storm into the northern Rockies of British Columbia. So as we move in, here's the second now. We're looking at Monday the 2nd. We're seeing that area of shower and thunderstorms kind of develop a little bit of low pressure here. So we're going to see that severe weather moving across the Missouri Valley into the Tennessee Valley and eventually into the Ohio Valley. But we're going to see that stormy weather in this region as we move in on the 2nd. We'll see some more thunderstorms here along the Front Range into Colorado there and New Mexico, Kansas, parts of Nebraska. Going to see those thunderstorms, possibly a severe storm. And then we'll see some snow here across the northern Rockies and the Cascade Mountain Range into Oregon and Washington there. We'll see that moving in on your 2nd. So we may see a little bit of wet weather there in the Pacific Northwest. We seeing dry conditions here in the northeast and into the southeast. The deep south is going to be dry with nice weather conditions. Maybe a couple showers down here in Texas. Couple afternoon heat thunderstorms, or there's no real such thing as heat thunderstorms, but you know what I mean, storms from heat of the afternoon. So as we move on to the 3rd now we're talking about May 3rd. We're moving into May. We're moving through the first week of May. We'll see these showers and thunderstorms here. This is where our severe threat could be potentially on the 3rd. That is kind of a ways out. So at this point, take it with a grain of sand, because that's probably not going to be the same in the next model run. So, but as this model run is concerned, this is going to be there on the 3rd. Maybe some showers and thunderstorms here through the northern plains, the upper Midwest into Illinois and Iowa there. We got Missouri, Arkansas, going to be dealing with that potential for some thunderstorms. We'll see some rain and showers, thunderstorms here through Tennessee and Kentucky into West Virginia as well. But we'll see a little bit more wet weather here in the northeast. So we got Pennsylvania, upstate New York, New Hampshire, Vermont. Going to see those showers and thunderstorms. Might extend down into the Philadelphia area, Washington, D.C., Baltimore. Might see some showers and thunderstorms in your area as well when we get to the 3rd of May. Here we are looking at we are still on the 3rd. We are talking about the 18Z hour. Here we are, this nice little cute guy right here. Nice little white, tightly wound area of low pressure. Going to come out of the Rockies into the northern plains. Going to spread a little bit of snow here across Montana and North Dakota. We'll see some rain here in Minnesota as this system moves on off to the east-northeast there. But we're going to continue to see This frontal boundary here across the northeast going to spread a few more rain showers in that area as well, and I don't really see any snow with that activity. And we get dry conditions out west. We get dry conditions through the central plains as well as the Great Lakes. We got the southeast. So overall, when we look really kind of go through the next 2 weeks here, we got this storm system here that's kind of going to blossom a little bit as it moves to the east there. When it gets into the Great Lakes and to the Missouri Valley here, it's going to spread out. We're going to see a little bit more severe storms here. We might see a little bit of a severe weather outbreak. And actually, this is one of the stronger storms that we're seeing as far as the amount of precipitation that's being depicted on the map here on this model run. This is probably one of the stronger storms where we could see, but this is not out until we get into the 4th of May. So we're talking about over 9 days away from today, and we're talking about this guy here. But we have to see if that pans out, if that verifies in future runs. Now, there it goes, running off to the northeast there, going to spread its rain showers and maybe some storms along with that, and go off to the northeast. And there it goes, on off to the northeast. Then now we are at the 6th of May. We got this guy here that's going to spread some potential for some thunderstorms here, and maybe some severe. When you look at those colors there, indicates that might be a little bit of strong activity. So certainly possible that that's indicating some severe weather for that, for Iowa and parts of Illinois and Wisconsin there. But then we'll see some precipitation come out of the Rockies into the northern plains. We'll see some rain, maybe some snow at the higher elevations. We also might see a little bit of snow there along the higher elevations of the Cascades Mountains, and some snow, some rain down there in the valleys and along the coast. All right, and we're going to keep it on going here. Here we are talking about the 7th now. We're seeing a lot of nice weather out there. According to the GFS, the middle section of the country is going to be pretty dry. Not much to talk about in the Pacific Northwest. Only a scattering of precipitation here on the east. Not much there, so let's move on ahead. Now we might get a little area of precipitation here as we move into the 8th. Maybe some thunderstorms down there by Arkansas and Missouri. It's spreading into Tennessee, maybe North Carolina. We got Virginia here and Kentucky. You might see some showers and thunderstorms from that bit of activity, maybe that short wave trough of low pressure. Then we have another frontal boundary here across the Pacific Northwest. Going to spread a little bit of snow across Washington and Oregon and into Idaho and Montana. And now we are going to move on until we get to the 9th here. We've seen it dry for the United States, maybe the extreme northern plains here in Minnesota and North Dakota. Far northern areas might see some precipitation, right? Maybe a few showers here through Iowa and Missouri, down into the southeast, Mississippi, Alabama. We got Tennessee there, at Georgia, maybe Atlanta. We got North Carolina, South Carolina might pick up some showers and storms down there when we get to the 9th of May. So maybe, but all in all, not too bad, considering that we've had major tornado outbreaks in that May. That first week of May is usually troublesome, but it's going to actually be kind of quiet out there as we get into May, because this is about the 5th. May 5th is the anniversary of the Moore tornado. Also, May 13th is the anniversary of the El Reno tornado. So we've had some devastating tornadoes in May. That first 2 weeks of May is usually like the tornado season peak. That's when it's been some of the worst storms through Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, down there in Kentucky, and also over in the folks in Mississippi and Alabama. 2011, we had that huge tornado outbreak in April and May. This year is not as bad as that. We're going to see these showers and thunderstorms down here about on the 10th. Here in Georgia, here, North Florida. We got Alabama, Mississippi. Might see some of those showers and thunderstorms. And some activity here for the northern plains, Wisconsin and Minnesota. This is going to all be rainfall. So rain, maybe showers and thunderstorms, as we have an area of low pressure in Canada that may have an extending cold front that extends into the northern plains down into the upper Midwest there. And then we have a storm system that looks like it wants to come on shore in California. So that's taking aim for the Bay Area, and maybe Oregon, Portland might see some rain showers from that. And we are talking that on the 10th. Now here's your 11th. On the 11th, we see that storm system over the Pacific come on shore. It's going to have a lot of wind with it as well. Look at those tight isobars. That indicates a lot of change in the barometric pressure there over a short distance. So we get those tight isobars. That also indicates very high winds at the surface there. So you can see some snow here for the high altitude. High elevations like Mount Shasta. You got those peaks over 10,000 feet. You can see the snow, but we definitely see a lot of rainfall here. Maybe some thunderstorms for California as we get out to the 11th there. Maybe just a few showers here through the Tennessee Valley and the Ohio Valley. You might see a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm as we come out to the 11th. As we do have a trough of low pressure, maybe a frontal boundary associated with this low pressure area up here in eastern Canada. But for the most part, it's pretty dry out here across much of the nation. So overall, the overall pattern is not too bad out there. Now we're talking about the 12th. We'll see some more showers and storms possibly here across the Central Plains and the Northern Plains, the Dakotas, into Minnesota, Iowa, down into Illinois as well. Might see a few showers with that activity. And again, we have this storm that's kind of struggling to come on shore over California here. But anyway, that's my analysis for the next 2 weeks. My name is Dooley Godot. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be back with the next video tomorrow for tomorrow's forecast, or for Thursday's forecast. I'll do tomorrow on Wednesday. Please like the channel, leave your comments, and subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.